Hello, how is everybody doing today? I am here to share. This is Sandra from Crafty Mom 15. I've it's been suggested that I should say my name more often so that way my name could be associated with my channel. So my name is Sandra or Sandy, either one will work fine. So I am here. This is my projects for this month's Oh So Inspired. And we had, I'll put a link down below um, to the link to the picture that we had for our inspiration this month, but it had to do with hexagons. So I was kind of stumped in the beginning, and I did not have any hexagon um, dies, so I had to stamp and cut these out, and I will add a little snippet at the end of the video. I have another part that I'm going to add to show what I was doing and how I got my hexagons. But I was into the color yellow this month and into flowers, and then I figured green too, because green is, spring color. So let me get a little closer here. So I did that, and then this card base is from Michaels, or it might be Hobby Lobby, one of those two. They're Michaels or Hobby Lobby. And I cut the hexagons and lined them up on a yellow banner. I think I did that with, I was able to go to Michael's the other day, and you all have been sharing this quite a bit. This die or this punch that cuts these tags out. So I use this to cut this tag out here. And I think that is a great idea. It was actually pretty long when I first cut it out because I used the whole length of the paper, and then I just kind of trimmed it and used the other part for something else. So that is what my card came out to, and I'm going to go ahead and put my little initials down here. I'll write that in with a real fine tip pen. And I have not done anything, nope, I haven't done anything on the inside, but I will probably make, I ordered the dies from Amazon, and the package came with 2 dies out of 7 that were nested, so the others were just missing. So they gave me a refund for that order, and I was able to order them again, and they should be coming in. I'm recording this a few days before the collaboration is due. I just didn't want to be late. I didn't want to wait because we've been having some terrible storms around here, and I didn't want to take a chance in the storms coming and messing things up and then me not be able to get this up in time to participate in this month's collaboration. So I went ahead and just did this card, and then when the dies come, I probably will use them to make another card because I thought this was real pretty. I had never would have dawned on me unless I saw that inspiration to do something like this. So that's what I did with that one. And then my second card, which is actually the first card I made. This is the first card I made. I was kind of playing around with the hexagon stamps. And I think that these hexagon stamps are, I think they're from Foxy Fix. And they're actually supposed to be for my bullet journal planner, which is what I use them for to make what do they call those things, like charts and things like that, and graphs. But I use them here to stamp these out. Then I colored the shapes in with my yellow colored pencil. No, not that one. I colored in with this one. I used yellow to color in the background, and then I cut a smaller hexagons and glued them on the inside, and then wrote or stamped thanks. And it says, for making my day brighter, since it's a nice bright yellow card. It wasn't my intention to do this. I was kind of practicing, but then since I saw that I had all the shapes on there, I said, let me just go ahead and make a card out of it. So that's what I did, and I think it came out pretty nice. It's plain and simple, but very pretty. I was thinking of maybe adding some bling to it, like some little sequins or something, but then I decided not to. I said, let me just leave it like that and make a nice, simple card. So these are the 2 cards that I created, and this one's actually a little bit smaller than 8.5 than an A2 size. Yep. because these backings are some papers that my husband brought from work that they some scraps they had, so they're not quite A2 size, but they will do. They're really pretty, little pretty tough pieces of cardstock, and I have just a couple, so I was using that. And hexagons I did not have the dies for, so anyhow, that is what I came up with for this month's inspiration, and I cannot wait to see what everybody else is creating this month. I'm always so excited just to see what everybody comes up with, and come the morning of the 15th, I will be up, if the weather permits, watching you all's videos. Now, let me save some time here at the end, and I'm going to add that little bit of the little clip of that I videotaped of me putting, I think it was this card together. Anyhow, you all have a great day, and hold on, don't go away. Hang in there with me for just a little bit more. Hello. Okay, this is the part that I added a little bit at the end where I was showing how I was working on the project, and I was stamping my shapes on the back side of this cardstock, so that way I could cut them out. I had to actually cut each shape out because the dies that I ordered from Amazon didn't come in correctly. They were missing. There were supposed to be 7 dies in this set, and I only received 2, so I had to reorder it, and it's just not going to make it in time. It wasn't going to make it in time for me to make this project. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry about that. But so what I did was I took these stamps and I stamped a couple of the shapes on the back side of this card. And there I am stamping them out. And there's one, I think I do 4 shapes. I don't think I needed all 4 for this card, but I did use them for the other card that I have in the project. So there, okay, there's 2 and 3, and there's the 4th shape. Now I've already voiced over this once, but it was going to be 21 minutes long total. So I sped it up. I started over, I did the voiceover again, and I sped it up because it was way too long. So there I am, just trimming around the shapes that I stamped. Okay, and I'm going to cut those 4 shapes out. There we go. Boy, I'm actually going pretty quickly here. I am horrible at cutting. I am so slow at cutting things out, and I do not know why, but I am. There we go. So I cut that one out, and that's the first one. Oh boy, I got 3 more to go. There we go. Finally done with the first one. Put that one down. So now I have 2. One that I had from before and one that I just cut out. Then I'm cutting this one out now. Now these cards are actually pretty interesting to make. I had not really thought of using these shapes in this fashion, but I think I'm going to, once the dies come in, I might make a few more cards with these shapes and just try my hand at playing around with them a little bit. And there we go. I think I only did those because I only needed the 3 for this card. And what I did was I think I put the banner on. Yes, that's what I did because I've already have the project completed, but I couldn't remember. But I think I put the banner on, mark it so I know where to cut it. My allergies are acting up today. They're driving me crazy. We've had a lot of icky weather here, and whenever we have weather like that, my allergies just go to town. Okay, and the medication doesn't do really a whole bunch. I mean, it helps a little bit, but anyhow. So I am going to adhere this down. I think I used some of that Tombow Mono glue, Tombow glue that dries clear. I don't know, I didn't really need it to dry clear, not for this project, but There, I did that, and I trimmed off that little excess at the top. And I'll probably save that. Yep, I'll save it for another project. No sense in wasting. I really should probably throw more of the little scraps away than I do, because um, too many scraps. I'm trying to see if they're all going to, if all three are going to actually fit on the card. And it takes a little bit of finality, can't pronounce that word, but it takes a little bit of playing around with them. So I'm playing around with them, and there we go. Just barely made it. I kind of wanted a little space in between them, but I don't think the little space works out very good for me, because I didn't realize I probably should have made the banner. It wouldn't have been any good if I made it bigger. So I am using some foam tape to pop those up. And I've got this bag that's full of these foam little square pieces. And I'm not sure if I bought them that way or if I took the time to cut them up. Regardless, it's the whole baggie full of them, and I still have not used them all up. I really need to make more projects and send out some more of these cards so that I can use some of my stash. Sometimes I just pick up a piece of paper, oops, and I'm trying to line it up, and boy, that did not work out very well. It almost didn't want to pick up. Oop, I dropped it. Darn it. There we go. But I really need to just use some more of these supplies that I have. Every time I'm writing a letter to a pen pal, I start writing, and then I forget to send a card, and then my cards just kind of pile up. So I really need to do more of them. And that one, oh, there we go. Okay, I guess that'll do. And then I put a little green button in the center. I couldn't find 3 buttons that were the same color, so I put the same one on the top and the bottom, and a different shaded one in the middle, so it wouldn't look too obvious, because that was one of those little containers from the Dollar Tree that has all the different colors, and I surely did not want to pick through all of them, but I had to spill out like half of the container to find those 3 that were fairly similar. There we go. And those little snippets, those mini snippets that I have there showing, I found those the other day at Hobby Lobby, and everybody is always raving about how good they are. So there was 1 pair left, and I saw them on the shelf there. So I picked them up and brought them home. I was thinking, well, let's see how good they are. And they are awesome. I really, really love them mini snips from Tim Holtz. They really do cut as good as people say they do. Actually better. There we go. I put the lid on the glue, and I am almost done with this little bit. So there we go. You all have a great day, and I will see you next time. All right, you all have a good day. Bye now. There's the card.